This is the Eastern Idaho Weather Hazard Briefing for Wednesday, November the 5th. So for today, we're looking at our next round of precipitation arriving this afternoon, bringing showers, off and on showers through Friday. We are looking at gusty winds for today and tomorrow and Friday as well. We are then expecting dry weather to return for the weekend and continue into early next week. Current satellite image shows our next storm system starting to move onshore, and we're starting to see some clouds moving into the Great Basin this morning. The weather risk outlook calls for little to no impacts over the next several days, although once again we will have some showers around for the next 2 or 3 days, but not really expecting any sort of impacts from those. High temperatures today, generally in the 60s across most of our communities. And precipitation chances today mainly pretty high up in the central mountains, but that'll be really kind of mid to late afternoon by the time we see those showers moving into the region up there. Precipitation amounts today generally looking up to 1/4 of an inch of precipitation possible for the central mountains today, and snowfall will be pretty high with snow levels generally setting around or above 8,000 feet. Highest wind gusts today, it will be rather breezy with 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts likely across most of the region, and I think on the upper slopes and ridges we could see higher wind gusts potentially approaching 40 miles per hour. Low temperatures tonight will fall back into the 30s and low 40s across most of the region. And chances of precipitation tonight, once that cold front slips through the area, we'll see good chances of precipitation move into the Snake Plain and the southeast highlands as well. And you see our rainfall amounts for tonight, looking for up to 1/4 of an inch possible in the eastern highlands tonight, generally 1/10 of an inch or less in the Snake Plain and Magic Valley, with roughly 1/10 to 1/4 of an inch for the central mountains. Some local spots up around Stanley could see as much as 1/2 an inch from this system tonight. And our additional snowfall amounts tonight, once again, snow levels are going to be staying pretty high. Up in the central mountains, they will fall to around 6,500 feet, but they're going to stay probably above 7,000 feet in the eastern highlands tonight. High temperatures for tomorrow will be in the 40s and 50s area wide, and we're still continuing pretty high precipitation chances, mainly for the mountains and highlands for tomorrow. But additional rainfall amounts generally expected to be around 1/10 of an inch or less during the day Thursday. Snowfall amounts once again sitting area wide right around 6,500 feet or higher, and looking at fairly light additional accumulations on Thursday. It will still be rather breezy Thursday with wind gusts 20 to 30 miles per hour, and we could see some spots out by the INL that could see 35 to 40 mile per hour gusts on Thursday. Low temperatures tomorrow night will fall back into the 30s across Snake Plain and Magic Valley, and into the 20s for the mountains and highlands. Chances of precipitation still continue to be pretty high for Thursday night, with the highest chances in the central mountains and also in the Island Park and Driggs region. Additional rainfall liquid equivalent amounts, generally 1/10 of an inch or less expected for Thursday night. And additional snowfall amounts, as you might expect, pretty light, generally 1/10 of an inch, generally 1 inch or less. As we move into Friday, looking at cooler temperatures across the region with 50s for the Snake Plain and Magic Valley and 40s for the mountains and highlands. And looking at continued pretty high chances of precipitation across the region as we have another little disturbance that moves along that slow-moving cold front. And best precipitations chances will be in the mountains and highlands, but even in the Snake Plain and Magic Valley, still looking at decent chances of precipitation. Although our rainfall amounts will be light, generally 1/10 of an inch or less, but we could see some higher amounts up to 1/4 inch around Stanley and in the portions of the eastern highlands as well. And additional snowfall amounts for Friday, 1 to 2 inches up in the central mountains, generally an inch or so in the eastern highlands as well, although up in the Tetons could see quite a bit more, generally 4 to 6 in some of those places up there. Highest wind gusts continued breezy as we go into Friday with 20 to 30 mile per hour gusts likely for many areas, and out by INL could see some 35 to 40 mile per hour gusts out that way. So just to summarize, our next round of precipitation arrives this afternoon with showers expected to continue off and on through Friday. We are looking at gusty conditions continuing through Friday as well, but we are looking for dry weather to return for the weekend and linger into early next week. So that concludes this morning's briefing. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to us. Thank you.